What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Today and Non-Fungible Tomorrow. And today we want to talk about Meta, which is Facebook. And this news just came out. Breaking: Meta stock sinks 23% to lowest since February 2016. So if you look at this now, Meta stock is going back to 2016 level. And the reason for this is that actually yesterday they decided to announce their result. Okay. So what happened is that they announced the Q3 result, and Meta's Metaverse division loses nearly 3.7 billion in Q3. For those of you who have been watching the show, you know that in Q2 they lose around 2.9 billion or 2.8 billion, right? Reality Labs Q3 numbers follow the business losses of 2.9 billion and 2.8 billion in the year's first and second quarter. So basically, so far up to now, they have been losing almost 9 billion in this whole Metaverse division, right? So what happened, right? Altmeter Capital CEO Brad Genster urged Meta to cut back on Metaverse-related investment in an open letter published on Monday. So what happened is that this division, Meta's Reality Lab, is losing a lot of money for the company. Okay, and overall, Meta's earnings per share of 1.64 fell short of the 1.89, which is actually quite high, right? It net income to nearly 5.7 billion. The third quarter is down 46% from the third quarter in 2021. So compared to last year, they are not, in terms of advertising, they're not making money. I mean, they're not making money. It's that the growth is very bad. And also, but they, according to them, do anticipate that Reality Labs operating losses in 2023 will grow significantly year over year. Okay, so they're saying that this thing is gonna keep losing money. Okay, and but the reason why they want to do that is that even Mark Zuckerberg himself said, I get that a lot of people disagree with the investment. But from what I think this is going to be a very important thing, and I think that would be a mistake to not focus on any of these areas, right? So as a result of this, as a result of losing these earnings per share estimates, they basically fell like 20% in the trading yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, even though this kind of like dragged Nasdaq down, right? The down yesterday was the only winner with disappointing tech earnings dragged the Nasdaq down. We're kind of seeing some decoupling. So Nasdaq was kind of like down. So this is 15 minutes. So I think, wow, look at this huge red wick, right? But I think one of the reasons, if you look at Ethereum, if you look at Bitcoin, it's actually quite strong. Right? Like it didn't dump that much. Look at the correlation, right? You see that correlation. You do see that correlation. Okay. So there isn't really a huge wick down, I would say. So what happened, right? So one way to say this is that cryptocurrency is decoupling, so it's no longer trading as in close relationship with the Nasdaq. But at the same time, today we do have some earnings report that we have to watch out for, right? We have Apple's earning report, we have Amazon, we have Spotify's earning report, and we also have McDonald's earning report. And yeah, we'll see. Like we'll see if these earning report will affect the markets. And also, I do remember that today we do see. Look at this, right? This is Thursday. We do see have I think we have the ECB conference where they're gonna announce the interest rate hike. Okay, so this is happening in like 30 something minutes. So definitely very volatile. At 8:30, just 16 minutes later, we'll have the advanced GDP. Okay. So a lot of these numbers, right, at 8:30, you'll kind of see whether the GDP is positive or not. Right now, the estimation, the forecast of the advanced GDP, this is US GDP, right? It's 2.3, okay? So if this GDP goes down, basically it means that the gross domestic index is going down, right? So it means that the market is not good in the US. But I'm not sure if, like, here's the thing about the markets lately, right? The market is trading according to the Fed raising interest rate hike. If the market is good, the Fed is gonna raise more hike to control inflation, right? And that if that's the case, and if the traders believe in this, then if the market is good, then the market will tend to dump. But if the market is bad, then the stock market tend to pump up because less tightening and stuff like that. So this is something that we have to be aware of. And also, and also crypto is trading sideways recently. So we'll really have to see if it's, how that will pump up or maybe pump down. But, talking about McDonald's earnings per share, Elon Musk, right? And also Twitter, right? Elon Musk today brought a sink to the office. So yesterday he brought a sink to the Twitter office. And then what he said is, entering Twitter HQ, let that sink in. So maybe it's a new start, right? It's a new start for Twitter. Maybe we'll see new features. We'll see a new management. But here's my joke. But no one likes my jokes, right? I'm gonna buy a Big Mac from McDonald's and bring it to the office. Wait for it, because my Mac is bigger than your Mac. Anyways, jokes aside, looking at traditional news, Credit Suisse shares plunged 12% as bank announced huge third quarter losses and strategic overhaul. So it seems like they are not doing so well. And ECB, because of the ECB meeting today and also the interest rate hike, it is kind of causing the market to go down in Europe. Asia is kind of like a mixed market, really. Pre-market is not positive, like for the Nasdaq, but usually these move very quickly, right? I did say that the GDP is gonna affect the markets in like 10 minutes time, and then if you go to crypto market cap is at 996 billion and 997. Bitcoin at 20,581, Ethereum at 1,546. So the these crypto, right, is actually holding up pretty strongly. Same for stable. Stable is kind of sideways. So some people taking profit. It's doing some range trading. But if it dumps, so basically means money lose the market. But it looks okay so far. If you look at this crypto market cap pumps up, kind of slowly slow down. And then if you look at the crypto dominance, Ethereum dominance kind of slow down, but Bitcoin dominance is actually going down, 41.44. Yesterday was like 41.8 something, right? So maybe money is going to the altcoins, right? So moving on to crypto news, future of work in the metaverse to look more like video games. Microsoft Xbox lead. Hong Kong may overturn crypto rules, opening trading to retail investors. I just saw this, so this is actually pretty cool. So Hong Kong is planning to put new rules in place. That will make retail crypto trading legal in the city as part of its. Oh, this is great! This is great! This is really amazing. Before they were only opening this to institutional trader. But it seems like there is gonna be some change, so this is very exciting as someone who's from the city. So I don't have to be worried about my crypto. This is great. This is great. Hong Kong is gonna change the crypto rules. Dogecoin saw 17%. Elon Musk closes on Twitter deal. He's gonna close the deal on Friday. And all which we talked about. Meta. In terms of NFTs, Aptos is actually luring a lot of traders and creators. A lot of people are going to Aptos because of maybe low fees and also like a new blockchain. So there's all this hype. So Binance launched reliable and secure Oracle network. So they launched a Oracle network for BNB chain ecosystem. Okay, interesting. And talking about exchanges, I saw that FTX is actually exploring creating stablecoins. So anyway, moving on, Singapore proposed ban on borrowing funds to cryptocurrency purchases. So we'll see how it goes. Stablecoins will need reserve in local dollar or G10 currency, right? So more and more regulation in Singapore. But at the same time, we do see a contrast in here in Hong Kong. But of course, regulation is coming. So moving on to NFT news, Blur.io has been blocked from X2Y2 for validating the term. So X2Y2 kind of tweeted about this, saying that why are you using our API and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. Like according to this, like both of them are trying to kind of close the system while the ethos of Web3 is actually open, right? Blur now shows the listing is over 30% floor. So recently, Franklin, fat fingered an ape by accident. And then now, Blur had a new warning that shows up. So Blur in the last 24 hours became the number 2 NFT marketplace by volume, excluding Watch Trade, which is actually quite big. I think that's pretty much for the news for today. That's it for today. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe, share this. What do you think? Like, do you think Meta is a bit too early? Because think about this. You losing billions and billions of dollars basically means that they are heavily investing in this technology and they're serious about Metaverse investment, right? And when we really talk about Metaverse of a virtual world that's the next iteration of the internet, something that looks realistic. I mean, to be honest, I personally think only big tech companies can do that. They're the only one that could burn a lot of money for R&D. But is it actually too early where technology does not support it? Because if you really look at the mobile metaverse experience, a lot of platforms can't be accessed by the mobile, or it takes a lot of data and stuff like that, especially hosting multiple people within a virtual space. I don't know what you think. I do think that they are in the right path, but if they keep losing money, they do, and also if the advertising business is not favorable, especially with such an economic downturn, they do need to find a way to persuade shareholders, right? So this is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing out.